This is Liberty Prime with Space Builders, and welcome back to Planet Coaster 2! Whew. I've been working like crazy on another project for the last couple of weeks, and I am just in the mood to slip back into a nice, relaxing, cozy, chill game like Planet Coaster 2. Well, chill until that camera starts getting up my nostril again, that is. Oh, and I noticed that there's been a great big update since I last played. Let's see how they summarize it here. Update 2 brings you the ride sync, which will let you synchronize the timings of your rides, and for the first time, coaster cars are able to be switched between coasters for maximum creativity. Okay. You'll also find standard D-themed variants of the Wing Chain Lift, never heard of it, and Junior Coaster, I'm not sure if I've heard of that either, as well as themed coaster attachments from these rides now available in the Scenery tab. Okay. Update 2 also offers new video billboards. Ooh, that sounds like fun. And marks the return of the Pathos 3, a classic flat ride, which I am completely unfamiliar with, that will make your guests' head spin. Whippy-yalla-plur. Okay, what do they call the Planet Coaster 2 language? I just gotta know. Hang on. The internets say it's called Planko. Well, today I learned. All right. Exciting looking stuff. We'll have to keep an eye out for any new updated bits that we encounter. All right. Now, where were we? Let's see if I can remember what I was doing and where I was doing it. Ooh. Oh, yeah, the trees. The trees are getting up the nostril already. Come on, let me get out of there. Okay. Now, I know we built something new over near the entrance. Let's see if I can even find where that is. Goodness. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and check the objectives. Oh, and there's supposed to be all sorts of new stuff going on here, too. Okay, we've got rides, water parks, power generators in poor condition. Oh, my. Well, it's not red, so we've got that going for us. Let's see if we can get somebody there to fix it. Yeah, negative 56 is not looking great. Let's go ahead and, well, let's see. Let's do an emergency call, and let's do a refurbish. Well, okay, I guess the mechanic will automatically do the refurbish. All right, well, that's good to know. Are these all for the same power generator, though? Let's see. No, apparently not. Okay. I wonder if they sort of turned off the power generator identifier in the new update. That's kind of a shame. That was really useful to know, because now I have to go through all of these, not knowing for sure whether or not they're different generators. Alrighty, well, now I'm going to dismiss them all and hope that that's good. Okay. Let's go on to the next thing. Oh, yes, okay, yes, I'll get to that. There's all sorts of other stuff going on here first. Okay, this, I guess, can wait. What with not being red and everything. American Arrow is incomplete. Okay. I'm going to leave that there. Well, I'm going to leave that there until we know what the deal is with that. Again, that's just, it's going to have to wait. I don't need a whole bunch of things happening all at... Wait. No. What did I do? Okay. Let's just not do that. Okay, yeah, I don't want to expand the park again right now. Let's see our objectives. Okay. Build and open one more guest services facility. We have done that. Build and open one more restroom facility. Okay, sounds good. We've got a new janitor. We need to research spinning flat rides. Okay. I don't remember where to do research anymore, but we'll find that eventually. Built a new flat ride. I do remember seeing that there was at least one new flat ride in the update that just came out and set to open. Yes, yes. Build a pool. Have 90% of pools covered by lifeguard posts. Well, it's good to know that we've actually got that. All right, let's go back up to the top of the list. A nice restroom facility sounds, easy and quick, and we can go ahead and cross that off. But I'm still trying to figure out where on earth I am in this park anyway. Okay. So very turned around, although this is starting to look a little bit more familiar. I think right here is where we recently... Oh, the camera is up my nostril already. I should not be shocked by this. Okay, this is the new thing that we built. Where needs a restroom? Apparently a whole lot of places. Now what did we put in that? Come on, get me back over there. I don't even remember what we put here. I don't even... Oh, the hey y'all is turned upside down again. Maybe it's reacting to the fact that I turned it upside down before. Let's see if we can fix that real quick. Don't remember how I did it in the first place. But maybe we can make it work. Let's see. Advanced move, perhaps. Let's try rotating it. This seems like a thing that I would have done. Here. I probably should have made sure that it was snapping or something like that. That looks pretty level. Let's... You know what? I'm going to reset it to default. And that is... Oh, no. Dang it. It changed the color of it, but... Okay. Guess that's good enough. It actually kind of matches the building, so... I'm reasonably at peace with that. Do you know what? I think I'd rather have it match the other stuff. Because, these lights are no longer the right color, or never were. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and be done with this particular part. And let's see if we can edit something else. I'm trying to edit these lights. Can you let me select these? Yes, you can. All right. And I would like to select two things here. That you can't let me do, apparently. I know. Let's see. Plus? Yes. I think we've got what we wanted here. I should probably add these parts on as well. They're not letting me add them. Come on. Behave. I have had a trying past 2 weeks and I would like some help. Or at least a little tiny bit of assistance. Okay. Now that does look selected, so let's select this as well. Alright. So we're going to confirm this selection. And the colors have changed since I was last here because the sunlight has changed, I believe. But it's good enough, so we're going to change this from being saddle brown to being some kind of color that goes with everything else. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. Let's try teal blue and duck blue. And honestly, I think I would like it to be a little bit more greenish and more grayed out than that. So let's see. Okay, RGB. What do I need to up? Let's up the R a little bit. Let's try doing it just a skosh at the moment. See how that goes. Yeah, it's not too terrible. But it's not there yet. Maybe it hadn't actually activated. Okay, that's a little bit different. But yeah, we need to go further than that. Let's try 2.9. We can just be a little bit random with this here. Alright, that's going in the correct direction. Can go a little bit further. Yeah, still getting there. Let's up the G, I think. To 5.9. Alright, that's getting to where it matches the roof a little bit better. And the light should be hitting that the same. Let's go on up just a touch more. I will get to that restroom eventually. We're going to red it up just a little bit more, too. Okay, getting closer, we're getting closer. I'm going to down this a little bit. That's a B. Okay, that's a pretty decent match with the roof. Oh, okay. Let's try to do that better. My goodness, I've completely forgotten what we wound up with. Well, I remember that the last two were 5-0. It was changed from the duck blue, so that might make it a little bit easier to get back what we had. Let's go with 5F. That seems familiar. This was pretty far, maybe 3-3. No, we're not there yet for sure. Let's see. Oh, okay, there we go. That does look like what I just had, so let's go ahead and confirm it before it goes away yet again. Now, I don't know what these other colors are designating. Maybe something inside the actual light bulb itself. But it's not visible, so we're just going to go with this and not accidentally like reset it to default or anything like that. Ooh, I think that I changed the color of the octopus as well. So I think that's actually selected. Let's select this as well. Or try to. Okay, those are both selected. They both need to stop being pink. I think we're going with a nice purple instead, which is, same theme as pink somehow, but it's different enough. Oh, no, you changed those lights. Alrighty, well, I can get back there yet again. How do I make it just change these octopus? Okay, these are selected and I don't want them to be, so let's try to get to where we're selecting things. Okay, how do I stop selecting things? How do I show me the selection thing again? It's not any of these. Let's try hitting I. Okay, we can perhaps remove these from the selection. Okay, well, the selection is cleared anyway, so let's first select this. I wish I could see that outline a little bit more clearly. We're going to add this. And that's what I want my selection to be. Okay, now we can change the color. Let's go a little bit darker. Let's maybe not go quite that dark. What was this? Okay, 6851A1. 38. So let's just up these a bit until we're content. That's closer to what I had in mind. I think I might want it to be a little bit clearer. Actually, what I'm trying to do right now is just zoom out a little bit so I can see it compared with the other stuff, but apparently I am unable to move while I'm in this little thing. So let's see. I think I want it to be a touch greener. Let's see what that looks like. That didn't really do what I thought it was going to do. I hit enter, and it suddenly became a whole lot lighter. It changed to a different color is what it did. What on earth is this thing doing at me? Okay, that explains that. At least partially. Okay, let's do this again. 4-8. Let's go with 3B. 8-2. I was semi-okay with this. Alright, yeah, that did make it a good deal lighter. Not sure if I want it quite that light, but I don't know, that's not terrible. I think I want it to be just a touch greener, so let's go with 4-0. Alright, we're going to try being done with that for just a second here. You know, I really wish that there was some setting on the map where I could just see where all the restrooms are. There may be exactly such a thing, and I'm just not, savvy enough with PlanetCoaster 2 to know where to find it. But speaking of finding things, I would love to find where the nearest restroom is, if any, so that I know where it needs it. I mean, it might be nice to have one near the entrance and exit, but that might not be where you need one most. Let's see. Maybe over here somewhere would be a decent spot. Oh, now this looks like it might have restrooms in it. Go away, tree, go away, tree. Are these restrooms or are they changing rooms? Yeah, changing rooms, okay. Well, it's not a terrible spot to have a restroom if you ask me, but there's not really enough room in the scenery to put one there, so maybe not there. Maybe we could have a restroom in this little plaza area, though. Oh, it's a queue, isn't it? Okay, cool. Do need to just generally become a whole lot more familiar with this park. Now, this has got various things opening onto it, so this might not be the worst place in the world for a restroom. That's a cute little building. I wonder what theme that is. Maybe resort. I gotta admit, this is a park where resort theme makes a little bit more sense than Viking theme. Darn it, I like Viking theme. I was wanting to use it. Let's see. I'm just gonna plonk one down wherever I've got room for it. How's that sound? Seems like a good plan to me. We can hide some of this power stuff while we're at it. And you know what? While I'm working on building this restroom, I think I'm going to pause everybody. Because I don't really want all sorts of notifications popping up while I'm doing it. And also, it's going to take me a little while to remember how to put down a restroom. Okay, let's see. Staff facilities, workshop. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, darn it. How do I research things again? I can't remember that. Because my point being, I might as well go ahead and get something started researching. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Now, what do they want me to research? Possibly I should have checked that before I came over here. Let's exit that. What is my objective for research? Research spinning flat rides. Okay. Now hopefully I can remember that for more than a few seconds. Spinning flat rides. Let's see, where is that? Well, this is going to take a while to get to that, isn't it? Well, I'm not even seeing any such thing. We're not looking at coasters. We're looking at flat rides. Yeah, I think you're going to have to, show me where such a thing is before I can do it. Because I don't seem to be anywhere near that kind of thing. Oh, okay, up here. Flat rides. Spinning flat rides. We can go ahead and research that then. And also the wheel flat rides. But they want me to do this one first, so I will do this one first. Okay. Exit. Now let's get back to restrooms. Where would that be? Staff facilities, no. Utilities, no. Services. Now, I remember there being something about being able to change the theme of some of these as well. Body dryer, changing rooms, toilets. Now let's see what I can do to the theme. I apparently cannot do anything to the theme. No. Okay, let me get out of whatever I just got into. Let's see. This menu is very much in my way when I'm trying to put something down. And so is this thing here. Okay, just help. Stop. Stop helping. Let's see if I can put this in such a place where I can actually do things. And also let's check and make sure this is not... Okay, yeah, that must be something to do with this power generation. Okay, I'm really trying real hard to put this map in such a place where I will be able to actually have this on my screen when this menu is open. That's probably about the best I'm going to get. Alright, now where was I? This is a little bit better. A little bit. Okay, now let's get a little bit more gradual with this spinning. Might need to zoom in and move around just a little bit more, because I'm picky when it comes to some of these things. Well, I'm trying to be right on the edge. I'm hopeful that this is kind of working for me. Got the angle snap off, but it's still snapping in some weird way. Oh, what are you doing at me? Well, hopefully that's good enough. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's undo that. Just does not want to let me spin it as precisely as I want to. I don't like imprecision. I'm picky. Why is that stuck now? Oh, okay, right. You're just doing it all wrong, aren't you? Or maybe I am, but I'm going to blame it rather than me. It looks kind of like it's buried underground somehow. I think the terrain is not necessarily my friend here. Maybe I should put it somewhere else then. Okay, so let's cancel that. Find someplace with some friendlier terrain. That looked very flat from where I was, but apparently it was not. I'm glad that I'm still paused. Now what can and shall we do here? There's a whole bunch of nothing over here. This does seem like kind of a better spot for restrooms. This is looking a little bit flat. I can't remember if I own this land or not, though. I think this might be something that I recently bought. This time I do want to check. Okay, this is owned. Good. So that means that if I want to put a restroom over here, I can. Of course, the hill is going to be in the way here, too. So maybe I should just plonk it down in the plaza. Don't really like that solution either, although this might be a pretty decent spot for it. kind of ugly, but they're going to be very thankful to have it at the right moment. Oh, I am not being very decisive here today. Let's see what other candidates we've got. This is indeed a candidate. Maybe I should just put it over here on the boardwalk. Is there room for it back there? Maybe. But boy, that might get a little bit complicated. I wonder what would happen if I were to try to just plunk it here. And I also wonder what this gear right here is for. It looks like it's doing something. Can't really tell what. Maybe it's somehow associated with this boat, but I can't really tell what it's doing there. Goodness, I didn't expect it to take me this long just to get reacclimated to this game. Oh well, let's see what we can do here. I would love to kind of move you out of the way just a little bit, if I can remember how that works. That's not how that works. No, stop that. Stop it better. Let's see. Escape. Escape is a lovely thing. Now, I do remember that they had changed the way that selection works in here, and I think as soon as I get used to it, I will actually like it better. But I'm not used to it yet. Oh, no. I just want to move it. There we go. Don't want to move it too far. Just want to be able to get in and out of the bathroom. Stop that again. I'll need to get used to hitting M, perhaps. Okay, let's see what happens when we try to put a bathroom off of this, and also see if we can get rid of this railing at least a little bit. Oh my, I remember having trouble with railings before too. Okay, well, let's just go bit by bit here. I'm not trying to select anything, I'm trying to build a thing. And I'm hoping that it works. Ooh, you're big. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm trying to get you to go up. Now, if I were to just sort of hang this over the edge a little bit, that seems to be what it takes to get it to go up. Although once I've got it plonked, then perhaps I can back it off. But I am curious what's going to happen if I just hang this over the edge. Is it going to sort of like build up supports or something? Let's find out. What do you look like from behind? You look like you're just floating in the air. Now how would I go about building something underneath you? Okay, let's see out of this and see if we can build a path behind this. That might be my best bet. I want it to be bigger. Of course, I've completely lost all sense of scale. Let's see if we can cover this up just a little bit. And let's see if that's enough. Cannot build below minimum height. I didn't realize I was trying to do that. Let's see if we can spin around. No, I'm not trying to do whatever it is you're trying to do. I am trying to keep you nice and level. Let's make you straight. And somehow make you not bend down. do I keep you from bending over? Working height. Interesting. I don't know what the working height should be. But I do want it to be a certain level. And I want it to stop being curved because I did hit straight. Yeah, this is not really doing what I want it to. Okay. Good grief. It's a terrain style automatic, terrain style suspended. Okay. Now how do I tell it what height I want it to be suspended at? I want it to just be the height that it's at. I don't know what I'm not sure if it's going to be suspended like from midair or, you know, whether or not it's just going to be, Well, I'm going to keep on trying for just a few more moments here. I will eventually give up. Height snap. Okay. How about you don't snap to height? That might be what I needed to find. There we go. That is what I needed to find. Ooh, what'd you do? Alright, and I did get rid of the railing. I might not have needed to get rid of quite that wide a swath. Let's get out of that and see if this is big enough for this Planet Coaster toilets. And let's see if we can make the camera work with us just a little bit. It's so nice when it allows me to, do what I'm trying to do. It's just kind of rare. And it's sort of trying to snap to something weirdly here. Not sure what, but one thing I do know now is that this path is too wide. Alright, so let's do some Zing on out. And let's pull this up one more time to get a comparison with something that I can, or I want to measure by something. Whatever that something is. Okay. So it's slightly wider than one section of fencing, of railing, excuse me. So that gives me some general frame of reference here. Let's go back over to the path again. Let's try 6 and see how that looks. Honestly, that still looks a little bit too wide, but we do want just a little bit of overflow for those shrubberies on either side of it. So, let's see, let's give this a shot. And maybe that's... Oh, we've got to do this again, don't we? Now the height snap is off. In what way was it trying to build below the working height? Oh, come on, let me see what you're doing to me again. Now, I don't want you to snap to height. I don't want you to do whatever on earth it is that you're trying to do to me. Oh, why was it working before and now I can't get it to work? Ugh. Okay, I think that there's some, there we go. If you hit U, it goes up a notch. So let's be happy with what we got. And be mad at the camera as usual. And I will definitely deal with making that boardwalk style later. Okay, let's see if this is the right-ish size for these turlets. looking better so far. And it's snapping better so far. Okay. Let's find out if we can live with this once we've spun the camera around. Okay, well that's... No, that's still slanted down. Oh, darn it. I did not enough. Okay, but we're making progress. We now know that we need to get a 6 wide path and use the U button and just hope for the best. And get the camera to cooperate somehow, some way. I don't know how it's going to happen, but we're going to have to make it do so. Because it is just going to go nuts here on us for a little while. Okay, that's up 1 notch. That looks level with the ground. And hopefully this is not too long of a path. Now, we're going to try this, what, for the 4th, 5th, 8th, 12th time? This better be worth it. It wants to snap where I don't want it to snap. Well, once we get it plonked, we can maybe do some precision moving. And that is looking decent. Or at least good enough. It's very, very slightly longer than the path, but I'm not gonna be too upset about that. Okay, now I would like to precise move you just a little bit here. I think those shrubberies are going to be very, very slightly overhanging the path as well, but that's looking pretty decent. Can move it forward just a skosh. No, well, actually, you know what? Maybe not. That can just be resting there. Oh, and now, how are you not level? How is this being a thing? What on earth is wrong with you? That should have been perfectly level with the ground. I don't know why it's not. Maybe we can just, get rid of the path and leave the bathroom. Let's try that. Now, how did you get rid of such things again? Okay, let's go to pass. I believe that there was a delete path option somehow. There we go. Okay, we're gonna just delete you and just try to rebuild you. And I mean, I could just leave that bathroom there floating in midair, but that would bug me. All I want is for the path to be straight and level with this path. Why is that so much to ask? Well, it's still a nice chill game, y'all. Okay. Let's see. Suspended ground. That's the main thing that's the only thing I can really think of. Okay, height snap off. Maybe I need to turn that back on. Apparently 328 is where I want it to stay. Now I want this path to go that way. You're going to make me get rid of these turlets, aren't you? I can just feel it coming on. Yep, I thought that might be the case. Alright. So, let's just Z back a few times. Redo all this yet again. I refuse to get annoyed with this game, though. I am not in the mood to be annoyed with this game, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to keep on trying. Okay, this is supposed to be uncurved. Let's try using the little U key and see if that does something. Height snap is turned on, so maybe that will keep it level. Now what would happen if I were to go up one? That's not what I want to do. Okay. Here's hoping that this is in fact the correct height. What is intersecting with you, though? Maybe it's somehow intersecting with this over here. Well, I'm going to do the exact same thing that I just did, and it's still telling me intersecting terrain. It's sort of slightly moving up and down as I go back and forth. Now, if I were to make it too long, what would happen? No, it would still complain about intersecting terrain. Alright. This is being weird at me here. Must be intersecting with this over here. That's about all I can think of. And I might have, yeah. Maybe if I start it further over to one side. Still intersecting. Huh. Link snap. Ooh. Merge on. Well, let's try merging off. Just curious. Am I still intersecting? Cannot build below minimum height. Well, I certainly did before, if you're telling me what I think you're telling me. Okay, it's going down again, isn't it? Intersecting terrain. But what are you intersecting with? I'm about to give up on this one. It is just being all sorts of weird at me. What if we tried just putting it, well, over here? Are we going to intersect with everything over here? Yes, we are. I still don't see what on earth you're intersecting with. You're supposed to be intersecting with the pre-existing path. So, I think I might just sort of write this idea off for the moment. And maybe just put a nice bathroom right beside what we already built. But I think that might be obscuring a little bit more of the boardwalk than I want to. Well, you know what? I'm gonna hit C a few more times and get this bench and this barrel back where it is. I guess that barrel is a trash bin. So let us Z up just a little bit more. Well, apparently I have to hit it a lot more times than I thought I would. Okay, so I cannot undo what I did there. Oh goodness, I might have done a bad thing. Hang on, let me hit Control Y a whole bunch here. Because I think I might have undone some other stuff that I didn't want to undo. Well, actually, you know what? I'm kind of feeling a little bit more at peace with this path back there, because at least it's a path back there. So maybe I'll just leave that as is. Or move this slightly down. Maybe that'll do the trick. What if we was to do this? Get it to where it's no longer floating in midair. And I can be kind of satisfied with that. Are y'all going to complain about having to step down to get into the turlet? Seems plausible, but you know what? Let's give it a try. Ooh, but now I've got this railing in the way here, huh? I do not want that railing. Don't want to... Well, actually, it would be kind of funny to watch people vaulting over the railing when they needed to use the bathroom. But I don't know if that's quite the best way to go with this. Let's see. It only does that when that happens. Interesting. You know what? For the moment, I'm just going to leave this as is. Because it's better than nothing. We got at least something going on for us here. Maybe I can figure out how to fix this path later on, and we'll try to remember to come back here and fix this whole thing. But anyway, we're going to call that done for the moment. And open it. Okay. Oh yeah, I do like to set these to free. Because I am not European. I pee freely instead. Okay, let's go on to a new objective. Apparently we need to build a new flat ride and set it to open. Let's at least figure out where we're going to put that. This stinking bathroom took a little bit longer than I meant for it to take. Let's go ahead and hit play for the moment. Make sure that people are actually using this. It is what you're supposed to do with restrooms. Oh, you see how nice this path worked for them? Why was this not working so nicely for me? Alright, anyway. Let us get trapped on a tree, of course. Silly human. What else would happen? Alrighty, now I was going to try to pick out a good spot for a new flat ride. What flat rides have we got, and how much room have we got for them? Let's see if we can find something new looking. Okay, this is not new, not new, not new. Synchronize. I don't think I've seen that one personally. Another synchronize. Another teacups. Another an upswing. Viking themed. Let's see. What else we got? Monsoon chute. I've seen that before. The cube. The cube. Monsoon chute. Teacups. Alright, now the synchronize, that's mildly new looking to me. I was kind of hoping to have, well, I guess a resort themed one. Well, you know what? There's a reason that teacup rides are everywhere. We might already have one here, though. Is this a new resort ride? Or, sorry, a new flat ride? Let me see if I can see anything that looks flat ride-ish. Oh, and you know what? I remember actually, I'm going to pause for the moment. I remember there being something where you could check what rides you have. But I cannot remember what on earth it is, and I should probably check out the heat map sometime, too. Well, I wasn't really expecting it to be a power heat map. Let's see. Yeah, that's... Okay, water. Guess I have nothing to... Okay, yeah. There's water stuff. Water cleanliness. Okay, well... Hey, at least now I know what the deal is with those. Oh, okay. What other heat maps have we got? It's surprisingly hard to figure out where the park is in this mode. Okay, guess tolerances. Don't know if I'm looking in the right spot for this. Yeah, this is not really showing me much here. Maybe I need to not be holding a teacup. Maybe I need to not be holding a teacups while we're checking these heat maps. And where on earth did I manage to get to? That might explain something too. Alright, let's try the heat maps again, just for a few moments. Okay, there we go. This, whatever it is not profitable. Yeah, it's not profitable because I set it to, not charge for the turlets. We just plain don't have much at all in this park, it looks like. Okay, good to know. This is something. I wonder what. It's profitable. That's good. Okay, now let's at least look at a few more of these real quick. How's our staff doing? Some of them are orange. Okay. That guy's green. But we got some unhappy staff. We need to work on that eventually. Let's see. How are the guests doing? Doesn't really look like their tolerances are either met or unmet. We just need to get a whole lot more going on in the park, it looks like. What is you? Well, at least we got some scenery going on. This is a pretty scenic park. This apparently needs some improvement. Don't really see why it's being so bad. Boy, I sure do get distracted easily. But apparently our operations are going great. That's good to know. Okay, here's guest experience. We do have quite a lot of red. Okay. There's a whole lot of people waiting at this. But anyway, main point of that is it doesn't look like we've got any sort of teacups ride here. Let's see where we can plonk one of those. There's got to be some decent room somewhere, especially since we got all this new land. Let's get you guys somewhere else. I've got a road there. I'm pretty sure I own this land as well. Let's try Zing this around just a little bit. And fitting it in just about here might work pretty nicely. We can, let's see. Let's make sure we actually are fitting it in. So we can get that path going in such a way that we have room for a queue. Let's just tuck you up as tight as we can here, I do believe. Alright, yes, it's not accessible because I haven't done anything at all with paths or queues or anything like that. So just hold your horses here. Let's maybe get rid of a little bit of this path so we can run it out just a little touch more. We need to demolish only the path, nothing else. Alright. This is reminding me that I never made that stupid path that I kind of failed at. I never made it match the boardwalk. I would eventually like to do that with the proper path there, but we are not at the point of proper paths yet. And I can't tell how wide this is, but it's clearly wider than 4. So let's go up to 8. It seems to be a pretty standard road width, but it's looking like it's maybe 7. Yeah, okay. Now you do get to be curved and not running wild on me. And I should probably, make it not do the things that I was trying to get it to do before. I would like you to be a little bit more automatic with the heights. Working height. That's probably what I should have done for the bathroom. The bathroom path. You get to be curvy. You get to be at much less than 45 degrees if you want to be. You just be, weird and wild and whatever you need to be. I'm trying to leave a little bit of room for those queue paths. Maybe I should put in the queue paths before I put this in. Get a better feel for how big that's going to be. I'll actually make you straight. Let's make you closer to me so that I can see what's going on. Want just a little bit of something here. Tiny little camera plays. Let's try turning it to camera will follow in. No, camera moves freely. Well, let's see what happens when I do that. And actually, now that I'm looking at this, I might want this to be a little bit curvier. No, I said curvier. Alright. Getting somewhere like what I had in mind. Yeah, I don't really expect it to need a hugely long queue. But now what I want to do is have a real path here so that I can tie the queue into it. So let's do this part. Oh, that's cool. I never really, either that's new or I never noticed it before. That's an interesting little bump up and down that we have. It does look like I own this. That's a relief. I'm gonna put this curve just a little bit more. Then I might start moving it over here-ish. I don't know. Well, we can always adjust it later. But now we're gonna finish off this queue. And tie it into the road. And then we need an out path. Or a path out, excuse me. Not sure who I expected to be grumpy about the out path. A little crack. How was weeds looking there? Weeds looking good enough. Alright. You know what? That's not half bad, and at least we got this ride going for us now. Let's get out of this and see what we need to do in order to open it. Go higher once opened. Yeah, that sounds good. What shall we charge for it? And what shall we do to make it a little bit more interesting? Probably not a whole lot, but I might want to put some music to it or something. Don't really feel the need to test it. Customize. Well, El Salsa Chapoteo, that probably is one that I like. Because I remember liking one of their salsas before. Let's see what else we got. It's in it seems a little bit resorty. Sailing the high seas. Perhaps. Let's play it for just a few seconds. Yeah, good enough. It's not objectionable, and it's not too rousing and adventurous for something like teacups rides. So, you know what? I can live with that for the moment. I'll probably do something else to pretty it up eventually. Let's see. Scenery rating. Okay, good. Good to know that the scenery's good because I didn't want to take the time to do that this time. Alright, let's go ahead and open this puppy up. Ooh, we got just had a cool little guitar riff or something there. Now, I'm hopeful that people will actually make it all the way out here for this teacup ride, because this is a little bit on the far side of the park at the moment, although hopefully soon it will just be, smack dab in the nearer center. I think this is something that's not mine, but maybe these are like something hotel related, or I don't know, something where if they see people having fun here over on the teacups, then maybe they will be attracted to the idea of coming. Maybe they'll want to come up over to the park. And yeah, I saw that about the thirsty guests, but you know what? I think that kind of thing might just have to wait until next time. Because we have at least done something this time. We got a new restroom eventually, and we got a new flat ride, which technically is kind of spinny, so, we didn't even need to research that. Because these teacups should be spinning along pretty nicely. Hopefully, eventually, those guests will figure out that this is where they need to start ambling on. We got at least one or two potential folks going up there. Anyway, this has been Liberty Prime with Base Builders, and I will see y'all in the next Planet Coaster 2 video. Bye!